and with me all the time. It is my saving grace, my God, my golden ticket, my medication, and my holy grail. It is my intuition. The word intuition comes from the Latin word intuere, which is translated as to look inside or to contemplate. Merriam-Webster explains it as a natural ability or power that makes it possible to know something without any proof or evidence. It is known as a gut feeling, an unconscious experience that encourages one to do something without logically knowing why. Even though you may not know why you're hearing this voice or having this experiential feeling, it is important to listen to it and also ask yourself, how will this voice or feeling affect my life and all those around me? Let your morals, values, and ethics seep into this experience to help guide you toward your next steps. It is a voice that radiates throughout the whole body, and the quieter and stiller you become, the louder it will share its wisdom. The voice may scare you, challenge you, force you to look your fears in the eye, but it will always free you. Your intuition is a place to land when you are pulling out your hair because you are frustrated with life or lost for answers. When you can find a way to be still, breathe, be present, and simply listen to your intuition, you are freer, and peacefulness follows. Your ticker tape thoughts may then disappear, your anxiety can soften, and your mind melts a bit. Sometimes you may hear a loving, calm, assuring voice say, "Go to bed and deal with it in the morning." Or, "Get up, go for a walk, make your kids breakfast, give them a hug, and surround yourself with your loving friends or family." Or you may hear a stronger voice say, "Sit your ass down and be with all these uncomfortable, scary feelings. Let them know they don't control you. Make them your friends, not your enemies. Don't hide and don't numb yourself with a drink, a phone call, or a new piece of clothing. No, sit and breathe and be with all that is arising." Or you may hear, "Get your ass up, dance, sing, be in nature, but do not wallow anymore. This will not serve anyone, especially yourself." And ultimately, you may hear from your sweet inner voice, "You are not alone. We all struggle." It is what gives you the gift of empathy and the ability to connect to other human beings, nature, and God. Suffering is part of your journey. You have to embrace the dark shadow of your suffering to get to the root of your intuition. In these moments, you will feel so separate, but remember you are never alone. You are always connected to your higher power and your heart. My intuition has stayed true to me, and I have learned to trust it entirely. Even though intuition is an imperative part of my life, how did I come to write a book on this expansive and elusive topic? One crisp fall afternoon, I was in a meeting with a reputable publishing house in a high-rise in Midtown Manhattan. The women were asking me about my previous book, Cracking Open, and my work as a therapist and public speaker. "What did you talk about in regards to trust?" one of them asked, referring to a concept I discussed at a conference. "Intuition," I said, "because I have always trusted my intuition." The women looked at each other and smiled. "Would you ever write a book for us on intuition?" another asked. This was one of those life moments where time stops and you know your stars are aligned. As a struggling writer, I was frozen with shock at this opportunity, but I simultaneously had a deep conviction that my career as an educator, writer, and therapist, and my personal healing work for years, had prepared me for this opportunity. And so I said yes, or I should say, I was a bit tongue-tied. So my agent said, "Molly would love to write a book on intuition." So I went on a quest to learn more about intuition, and in doing so, I found new truths. I discovered that I can give myself away in order to avoid feeling lonely, scared, or left out. I would pick up the phone to call someone or spend time with people and in places that did not fill my soul. Or I would mistreat my body by eating frozen pizzas and chocolate into the wee hours to fill my space of loneliness. After giving myself away or sabotaging my body,